Good morning. It's been a minute, but I'm gonna get ready and drink my coffee and then I'll continue this. Okay, I'm more put together, a little caffeinated, and per usual, I'm starving now, so I'm gonna make breakfast. I'll show you what I'm gonna have. It's been my obsession the past like week. But I do half of an avocado, a lot of the everything but the bagel seasoning, a lot of crushed red peppers, and then a drizzle of olive oil on top. All right, I added some hemp hearts just for some added nutrition, and it looks freaking crazy, but it's so good. Seriously, it's so good. All right, this is probably like the worst angle ever, but whatever, I'm hungry, I just wanna eat. This is so much better with like an English muffin or like an actual everything bagel, but honestly, it's just a vessel to get avocado and other stuff into my mouth. I'll be back. That took approximately 47 seconds to eat. I somehow convinced Sean to get the tree down before Thanksgiving. Dang, I wanted to go sit outside, but honestly, it's like really bright. So I think I missed my window. I don't know if I've showed you guys the pond though, and honestly the kitties want to go outside anyway, so I guess it's happening. Dang, I should have turned it on. Shoot. Still a work in progress. We have some stuff not planted, but it's so beautiful. Like, he did such a good job. It's crazy. Okay, she's like obsessed with the water, and I feel like she would literally jump in. These crazy cats. Oh, you're so freaking cute. Oh my god, I love you so much. So if you're wondering why the cats were in the laundry room this morning, the past 2 nights, Binks will not leave me alone. All night, he's obsessed with me, and he requires so much attention if I am near him. When he's outside, he's fine. He like loves to explore. He's just wild. He's feral. But I'm pregnant and I really freaking need my sleep right now, and 2 nights in a row, I was just like, I'm done. Okay, trash truck. But yeah, so last night Sean was like, this cannot happen again, because literally at 10 o'clock they were already starting to, well, Winnie is fine. Winnie will lay like at the bottom, the foot of the bed, but Binks has to be right here and I need to be tending to him. Cannot happen again, like a 3rd night in a row. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Come. Let's not do that. Anyway, Lord, they're crazy. I just needed a night's rest. So they stayed the night. I put them a little bed in there. They have a nightlight. They're fine. We don't torture our cats. And I slept so good. But in the meanwhile, I've been working on baby girl's nursery. So I wanted to kind of show you guys the progress of that. So I'm gonna insert some clips here and catch up with you guys after that. So enjoy watching the little mini transformation of our soon-to-be nursery. All right, I look disgusting, but I'm gonna get painting. Okay, it's really loud, or it's not even that loud, but you can't hear me really with the mask on. But I forgot I got these, so I put it on after like 5 minutes. And I was like, I need to put my mask on. Here is an update of the room so far. I finally got this painted, which let me just show you. This paint was fantastic. I don't know if I showed you before, but I started with the chalk finish. Also, sorry, it's very echoey in here. There's literally nothing in here. I started with like the chalk finish, hated it. Like literally hated it. The milk finish of the Rust-Oleum, so much better. And this hardware is so cute. cute. I got it at Home Depot. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna let it dry down completely and then I'm gonna go with like a microfiber cloth and get it just super lightly damp and then give it like kind of a wipe down because it does, there's like little like dust streaks and stuff on top, so I'll get it cleaned up. And then we had like a lot of airflow coming through the vents from the attic, so Sean plugged it up with like this foam stuff. He's gonna come clean that up so that I can put the plates back on. We're gonna get like the metal inserts here for like the finger holes. For like the finger hole parts, so it'll, oh my god, I can't talk. So that will match the brassy hardware. My first purchase for baby girl. Sean was like so confused. He thought this was like all one piece. I was like, babe, it's a blanket, a hat, and footies. Like, what do you mean? And then right now we have like a titty light in here. So instead of a titty light, it's gonna match kind of the rest of the vibe of the house, and we're just gonna do like a real simple industrial kind of look. I actually got this as a gift as a little girl, and I've kept it for a really long time, so I'm excited to be able to get to use it and give it to my little girl. And it's like the brassy bronzy stuff, so it actually matches like the vibe. But like, oh, I love it. It's exactly what I wanted. Don't even judge the paint over here because I'm either gonna get like a custom mat like cushion, or I'm gonna go buy 3 floor cushions. So I actually found some at World Market that I really liked that were only $45 a piece, so I feel like that was pretty good. And then again, Sean's gonna clean that up. And then this like border around the window is gonna be my accent wall because I'm really not much one for like a bold accent wall, but I feel like that's just enough to be like, pop, you know? All right, you kind of see the idea. I honestly, while I was doing this, I was planning on going in between and like alternating colors, but I feel like that's just gonna be too much. So I think like that will be this side, and then on the other side will be the darker color, and it'll just kind of rotate and alternate. And if I change my mind, I'll just go back in, you know, I don't have to like redo anything. It would still be alternating, so it's fine. But I just used tape and I did every other inch. Okay, the lighting is just progressively getting worse. This is just like an alternating herringbone kind of a thing. I don't know, it's just very hand-drawn, and that's kind of the point, but also kind of just taking advantage of it because you think I could draw a straight line? You're funny. Hopefully that's better. All right, I finished the accent wall. I kind of went wonky crazy at the bottom, but like there's gonna be a cushion there anyway, so I'm just really not about to stress about that right now. But there we go. I think it's really cute. All right, so the last time I tried to have this topic or talk about this topic, it went a little bit like this. Sometimes they're happy tears, sometimes they're sad tears, sometimes they're angry tears, and sometimes they're tears for literally no reason, like at all. So I'm gonna try again when I'm not quite so emotional and like worked up. That's a very weird thing about pregnancy is some days your emotions are at a 10 and some days like today I'm at a good 4. I'm like very stable, but my emotions on that day were like at 11. So I will try again. Stop being crazy. And I actually had this conversation with my best friend Tiffany yesterday, and I feel like I was able to articulate what I was trying to say in those clips so much better. So I wanted to touch on it because I really do think it's important, and it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. Obviously I'm going through it for the first time right now, just body image during pregnancy. It's a weird thing. It's a different, can you move? But it's very different from anything that I've ever experienced. So I just wanted to kind of touch on it. So body image during pregnancy is freaking weird. It's freaking hard. Do I need to lock you guys out? All right, if it happens again, I'm locking them out, I promise. But, gosh. But I just feel like, especially as women, we're so conditioned to constantly feeling like we need to change or better our bodies constantly. I've never been a skinny mini slim girl. Okay, I had to throw the cats out, so I lost my train of thought. I've always had bigger hips, bigger thighs, broader shoulders, a pooch. Like, even when I looked like this, I still thought I was fat. I still tore my body apart constantly. I mean, I was literally starving myself and seeing a trainer who was constantly questioning my progress. Why haven't you lost more weight? Why does your stomach still look like that? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? What are you doing? Are you really following the program? The program being 1,200 calories a day with an hour of lifting and an hour of cardio every day. It was crazy, like crazy, horrible experience. Really messed with my mind. But hey, I looked the best I've ever looked, right? So must be happy. That was just not the case. And honestly, I would never diagnose myself with like an eating disorder. I don't think it ever got to that point, but I feel like even my mom would say like I got pretty close to binge eating tendencies because I met with that trainer, coach, whatever you want to call it. I met with him once a week. It was just such a mind fuck. And there was just so much pressure that every single time I saw him, I needed to lose weight. That was his expectation, that every time I saw him, I would be down at least a pound. And first of all, as women, it doesn't always work like that. Hormones, menstrual cycles, the whole 9 yards, like it does not always work like that. And there was so much pressure because I don't like failing. I don't like being embarrassed, and every time I went there, that's exactly what happened. So I feel like that was my senior year of high school / the first year I got out of high school is like when I really started getting into like fitness and that whole world, and I think I was just taking advice from the wrong people. So all that to say, so after I would meet with him, I would eat a lot. Like to the point where I was almost sick. I'd eat a whole pizza, a dozen donuts. I'd go to Circle K and get snacks literally the second that I left our session. And I just felt terrible about myself. And that's how I did it. And then, you know, the next week would come, and 3 or 4 days before I'm supposed to see him, I'm eating like under 1,000 calories and going to the gym twice a day while working, while going to school, and it was just a horrible time. So all that to say, that was kind of my start of really being super critical of my body, and honestly having someone else be super critical of my body. Such a weird feeling. Like, no one should care about my body more than I do, and I feel like he did. It wasn't for me. It wasn't what was gonna work for me long term, and clearly mentally it was really messing with me. So eventually I parted ways and have never talked to him since. And he's kind of psycho, so he might be in jail. Honestly, I have no idea. But super long story just to say, I've been in that mindset of I need to lose weight, I need a flatter stomach, bigger boobs, bigger butt, smaller thighs, like smaller arms. Everything goes cinched, and boobs and butt just need to be huge, especially in this day and age. Like, that's such a trend. And I know a lot of girls and women struggle with that too. But then you add pregnancy. So what happens during pregnancy? You get a belly and you're supposed to gain weight. And now my battery's gonna die. My memory card was full, it stopped recording. Now my camera's gonna die, my batteries are downstairs. We might be in another location when this camera dies. So I'm sorry. But what happens when you're pregnant? You are supposed to gain weight. You're going to gain weight. I know there are a few girls out there, women out there, maybe who were like really overweight that did lose weight during pregnancy, but that was not recommended to me by my doctor, by my midwife. So obviously that's not what I'm going to do. But it is such a hard concept to wrap my brain around, that during the next 9 months, you're not gonna be trying to lose weight. You need to watch what you're eating and keep nutrition in mind and stay healthy and exercise. But weight loss is no longer the goal. It's no longer what you're focusing on. Now it's growing a baby, and they recommend you gain 20 to 30 pounds or whatever your starting weight is. That will determine how much your doctor recommends for you to gain, because you're growing a human. But it's such a weird thing to be like, to go from always wanting to lose weight to now, okay, so now you're gonna gain weight. And it's like, what? Like, what do you mean? I'm just supposed to gain weight and like be okay with it? Like,
don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, sorry. I told you guys it was probably gonna happen. My camera died, changed location because I'm not going back upstairs, sorry. But like I was saying, now you're supposed to gain weight and you're supposed to be okay with it, or you have to be okay with it. And that is such a mindset switch, like total 180. And it's been tough, I'm not gonna lie, especially in this stage. It's not a bump yet, you know. I can pose and you guys know I'm pregnant, so it looks like a bump. But in my brain, when I'm out in public, I feel like I just look like I've gained 20 pounds. I haven't gained 20 pounds, but I look like I've gained 20 pounds. But yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird time where I don't really, you know, no one can tell that I'm pregnant if they don't know that I'm pregnant. I told my friends I literally want to wear a shirt or a hat 24/7 that says like, I'm pregnant. I've always been very critical of myself, and I've literally had other people be very critical of myself. So my brain just goes there. So it's been a little bit of a battle to kind of not be so hard on myself, accept the fact that my body is changing and growing, and there's gonna be things that I love and there's gonna be things that I don't love. But the whole purpose of what my body is doing right now is to grow my baby. I'm not gonna cry. We're out of 4, Emily, we're out of 4. Then once I give birth to her, these changes are to nourish her and feed her, and it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes it's not always about how flat your stomach is, how small your hips and thighs are. Like, sometimes it's about a human life, and I just think that's a really beautiful thing. And I'm very grateful that my body can do this and is doing this, and I feel like I was freaking made for this, honestly. This has not been like an easy experience. The first trimester was really rough. Second trimester, so much better. But pregnancy is not easy. So for some women it is. For some women it's way freaking harder. And I'm really grateful that my pregnancy hasn't been as hard as some of the other pregnancies I've seen. But pregnancy is not easy. But I do really feel, and I've always felt like I'm made to have babies. Like, I just feel like my brain, my body, like my hips, like I was born to have babies. I can't wait to be a mom. I was gonna get into a whole nother topic, but I feel like this is already gonna be long, and I've probably lost like everyone at this point. So if you're still watching, thank you. I know this video has been so random. It's been like 2 weeks since I posted. So sorry. If anyone cares, so sorry. But anyway, I just wanted to share like some of the updates with the nursery, talk about body image, because it's been on my mind a lot lately, and it goes hand in hand with why I haven't been posting as much. But I would like to start posting more. So if there's anything you want to see, want to talk about, let me know. But that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I know it wasn't anything crazy. I don't even know if this is gonna be a long video, a short video. I have no idea. probably long because I'm incapable of making a short video, and even now I'm rambling. So I will just wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Leave me a comment if you're feeling so inclined, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.